All right, this video isn't going to be diet. Well, it's kind of diet related, but not really diet related, but kind of diet related, somewhere in between. This is not how you lose fat video. This is kind of why I went vegan and what kind of transpired after that. So initially, I went vegan not because of animal abuse or anything like that. I was I was having an impossible time digesting protein and fats and stuff like that because I was on the keto for I don't know, like a decade, maybe a little more, like a decade. And I'm like, I was having such bad issues. I was waking up vomiting out stomach acid. I was smelling like vinegar all the time. My kidneys were having. I was constantly having back pain right where your kidneys are. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. My digestion was like terrible. Would be a nice day. Um, enough gas to blow up. I mean, I could supply, if you could turn human gas into gas for a car, I wouldn't ever have needed to go to the gas station. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So I looked in, and my girlfriend, we're living together until the house is separate, and so this goes back. We go way back, and she was not vegan, but she was just doing like a little bit of fish, but mostly salads, like grains and fruit and stuff like that. And she was, let's bring out the pencil for good measure. She was the size of the pencil, and I was not. I was 405 pounds, and not doing well. Not doing well at all. I actually, shortly before I went vegan, a couple months, I went home for Christmas, and as I'm walking up the stairs, my mom looks at me and says, "What happened to you?" She's like, "You look terrible," and she freaked out. And I had never been that fat. I mean, my neck looked like like a column, and like it was just disgusting, absolutely disgusting. And I kind of had an idea that it probably was the pituitary issues that I had known about for almost a decade at that point, rearing their ugly heads, and the fact that nobody should be eating the meat that I was. So that's just the story. That's the backstory. So I look into the vegan thing. I kept hearing about it. Matter of fact, I got nutritional 405 pounds, but this is way before 405 pounds. This was when I was really heavily weightlifting and in all right shape, but never skinny. And I got certified to be a nutritionist. And in the nutrition book, there was this column teaching you how to help people who are vegan. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And sure enough, I figured out what it was, and I started making fun of these people. I'm like, these assholes, they don't have protein, blah, blah, blah. So I had heard about it years before when I got certified, and then I started looking into it, and there was this guy, David Wolf, and I'm like, this dude is snake oil salesman. I would not trust this guy with his own money. I mean, if he gave me $10, I wouldn't even trust to give it back to him. Like I wouldn't trust this dude at all for any reason in like almost any circumstance. So, but then on the sidebar was a dude called Life Regenerator, Dan the Man. And I started watching. This guy was a hippie with long hair, was living in an RV, was like always doing nudist stuff. And I'm like, not like a nudist, but like I kind of jive with him. So I tried it out, and I really, I took a while for me to drop the cheese. I dropped the meat and stuff pretty easily. I was shocked at how easily it was to drop the meat. Cheese was a different story. Dairy, all that kind of stuff was a different story. Took me probably till February 11th or so of 2011. No, I am going on 11 years, right? Yeah, 11 years. So I'm going on 11 years. I dropped, and that first month that I dropped dairy, I lost about 50 pounds. Nobody believes me when I say that. The only person I have a witness is the person I live with, and she knows what happened. And so 5 minutes in, I'm actually to the point of the video. I started turning into like, I can't imagine killing. I have no grudges against cow or chickens or something like. I have no intention of killing these things. And on top of the fact that if you look at the meat industry and how terrible it is, you have to look at what's going on right now. They're knocking the rainforest down to put in farms to make cheap beef. They're growing the grain and everything in Africa and different countries like that. These people who are growing the grain aren't even eating, basically. They're starving to death. So it's like 30 million people or so a year die, even though they have enough food. But we're taking, not like the world is taking their food from them and feeding it to the beef. So the beef is cheaper. So you're killing off the people who are growing the food to feed the beef. You're killing the beef, or the cows. You're eating the beef and having all this dysfunction, and then you're dying. So the people who grow the food are dying. The people who, or the animals who ate the food are dying. The people who are eating the food are dying. And all of this uses a lot of fuel and all this kind of stuff to do. You know, you got to get the grain from Africa to wherever you're growing the cows somehow. And then you got to get the cows, after you murder them and put them in the pieces, to where they're going somehow. And now you've got a situation where nobody's unloading these things currently. So all this dead animals and all the people who died to grow this stuff and all this death is happening for no reason, because the stuff is stuck somewhere in limbo. So it's going bad in the meantime. So they're just throwing this stuff out. But if you think about this circle that you're in, it's ridiculous. Everybody's dying that's in this circle. It's like a death circle. It's like the Bermuda Triangle of retarded. It's like animal agriculture is like the biggest Bermuda Triangle on the planet. Everybody gets sucked in and dies. On top of the fact that if you really look at it, here's my nails. I am not going to go catch and murder an animal with what I've got given. And I'm not going to eat it in any enjoyable manner without it being cooked, covered in sugar, covered in salt, covered in blah, 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 spices, all this kind of stuff. I mean, you see the spices that people have. You can smell a barbecue from miles away because it's burning sugar and burning everything else. It's not the meat. If the meat was the ideal thing, why would you cook it? Because you're losing a lot of nutrition from the meat if you're cooking it. Most people won't eat it raw. There's a few there. I think I have a subscriber that used to be a raw carnivore. But think about this: if you can't kill it, if you can't eat it, if you can't do anything with it with what you were born with, then why are you doing it? Sure, we can eat it if we absolutely need to. If situation is completely dire, if you look at where we came from as far as eating meat, these were not times of like, oh, let me go kill 55 buffalo and just, take a little bit of filet mignon and leave the rest. They killed a buffalo and they used the entire thing. Whereas when you're doing that now, these poor animals are in such bad shape, and you're getting all the antibiotics that they're being put on. You're getting all these drugs that they're being given to get fatter and bigger, so they yield more. And when you eat the hot dogs and the brats and all that kind of stuff, you're eating. Think about what you're eating. And if you're eating the thyroid, like I made a video about earlier, well, actually yesterday, you're actually screwing your own thyroid up. On top of the fact that you're eating fluoride. So think about the circle that you're in. It's ridiculous. There's no reason for it. I've said this many times. If you're out there, if somebody's out there hunting and they pass a banana bush, how stupid are you to pass up the bananas? How stupid are you? You're not that stupid. I don't think you're that stupid. You might be that stupid. I don't know. But people back in the day weren't that stupid. They would pass the banana tree or bush or whatever you want to call it, and they'd say, shit, we could go try to hunt this thing down, even though it's way faster than us and more smart at hiding. Or we could take all these bananas back to the village, ripe or not. You can cook unripe bananas and digest it. I wouldn't suggest eating unripe bananas. Your digestion might blow up. But if you cook it, you can eat it. So make sense to this. I mean, nobody. This cannot make sense to anybody. That we have gotten to the point where we have put animals on a mass scale on an assembly line like this for absolutely no reason. As a matter of fact, if you read the Bible, and I know I've brought the Bible up a few times, it's like in the first 5 pages, God says to eat all seed-bearing fruit and grain. It doesn't say, and use leaves and stuff as your medicine. It doesn't say, set up an assembly line, chop all these animals' heads off, drain the blood out, and just, and blah, blah, blah. Now, I know they ate animals and stuff in the Bible, but if you read carefully, we were told to eat animals. Why? To shorten our lifespan. He didn't want us living so long because we were complete assholes, So that is my tidbit. If, like my cat, I've shown my cat a few times on here. This cat has nails, claws on all of her paws. She's got teeth, massive teeth coming down. I've seen this cat of mine catch and eat mice and all this other stuff. And it's just so, it's like giving somebody mashed potatoes. Like they're salivating. They can't, the blood's running down her little chin, and she loves it. And the look of pleasure in this cat's eyes when she does it. She goes, she bites their head, she kills it, and then she eats it. I mean, if you can do that, maybe you're a different species than the rest. Or if you're eating this, if you're a raw carnivore, I want to see you eating the whole thing. I don't want to see you going to get little chicken wings and eating that. You're missing the feathers, you're missing all the gristle and all the other stuff. Don't be selective. If you're a raw carnivore, do the whole thing. I don't want to see this little pansy, like that Sverg or however the hell you pronounce that dude's name. He's over here eating his little chicken wings with his rotting milk and egg yolks and rotted little sea urchins and stuff like that. If you're going to eat a sea urchin, eat the whole thing. Don't open it up. Eat it whole. There you go. If you can do that, then maybe you are a carnivore. If you can't, if you have to cook it, or if you have to separate the parts out, then you're just lying to yourself. If you need implementations, if you need knives, if you need guns, if you need all this kind of stuff to go kill an animal, chances are real good that you weren't supposed to do it in the first place. This is Ryan over High Carb Seller Sizing Cyclist. I will talk to you next time. Leave comments down below. Thumbs up.